Hi, I'm Ron Lynch, technical trainer for Clear One, here to tell you about the BMA 360 beamforming ceiling tile mic array, now with voice lift. The purpose of this video is to explain the features of the BMA 360 that make it the best sounding beamforming mic array for both conferencing audio and voice lift audio. Watch to the end and you'll see a live demonstration of the BMA 360 from our Salt Lake City headquarters in Utah. Let's go ahead and get started. The BMA 360 has many unique features, but for this video we will focus only on those that are integral to voice lift. Watch to the end and you will see a live demo of the BMA 360 with voice lift in action. First of all, let's define what we mean by voice lift. In larger rooms, people are invariably seated farther away than is considered easy listening distance. That causes the talker to have to speak louder and the listener having to listen more attentively, if they can hear at all. Voice lift is amplifying the talker's speech so that the person farther away can hear the talker just the same as the person seated close by. Or simply said, the goal of voice lift is to provide everyone in the room with the same audio level. The biggest problem to overcome is feedback. Not the good kind when somebody tells you, you're a great speaker, but the kind that causes an annoying, loud, and usually high-pitched squeal in the room and can cause issues for many people. Feedback happens when the audio which the microphone picks up is amplified through the loudspeaker and then picked up again by that same open microphone in the room. That causes runaway feedback and can send people diving for cover. Literally true, I've seen it happen. So what can be done to prevent that feedback while still having an active mic and speaker in the room? In the past, we had to resort to presenter mics just to add voice lift to the room. These mics had to be close to the talker, usually on the talker as in a lavalier mic or even a head-worn mic. Things have changed with the introduction of the BMA 360 with voice lift. The BMA 360 is loaded with features that make it the best conferencing beamforming mic array in the industry, and now with its advanced technologies, it makes quality voice lift possible in those applications where it is needed most. Technology number one is phi-beam, or frequency invariance. Not only does that provide natural full fidelity audio for conferencing, that consistent audio gain in all frequencies means we don't have to move the beam around to overcome inconsistent responses that all other beamformers have to deal with. Simply speaking, that means it is less likely to feedback. Technology number two is DS beam, or deep side lobe beamforming, greater than 40 dB. The side lobes of other beamforming mics limit its gain before feedback because the side lobes will pick up the amplified audio from the speakers in the room, causing feedback. The BMA 360 does not have those problematic side lobes, and that means it is less likely to feedback. With phi-beam and DS beam, the BMA 360 realizes a boost of 12 dB gain over traditional Omni mics. Here we can see in graphic form what I'm talking about. Other beamforming mics as shown on the left with varying frequency responses and significant side lobes are much more prone to feedback than the BMA 360 shown on the right. Technology number three is the Clear One Dare Feedback Eliminator. The Dare technology seeks out those frequencies most likely to feedback and automatically reduces their gain, giving up to another 8 dB of gain before feedback. That makes it possible in many instances to provide significant voice lift where it is needed most. Here you can see how the problematic frequencies are filtered out by the Dare Feedback Eliminator. This combination of Clear One's beamforming technologies and feedback elimination provides up to a 20 dB boost over traditional Omni mics. Watch a video now by Chris Weiss, one of our technical trainers. Chris is based in the Salt Lake City headquarters, and for this demo, he is in the large training room. Take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Ron. As you can see, the large training room is quite large, its dimensions being 39 feet deep by 24 feet wide, or 13 meters by 8 meters. A room certainly large enough to warrant voice lift. We have designed and integrated a successful BMA 360 voice lift system in this room. You're hearing me through the BMA 360 just above my head, visible with the blue LED lights. Simultaneously, along with conference audio, the BMA 360 is able to deliver local voice lift audio. I wish you could be with me and hear the difference voice lift makes. I don't have to speak loudly to be heard at the back of the room, and listeners don't have to strain to hear me. While you're not here with me now, as a means of demonstrating the BMA 360 voice lift, I'd like to bring you here virtually. You can already see me from the perspective of the back of the room, but what if you could hear what it sounds like from the back of the room as well? To simulate this, I'm going to change the microphone through which you're hearing me from the BMA 360 to a hanging microphone positioned near the camera from which you're seeing me. In this way, you'll be seeing and hearing me from almost 40 feet, or 13 meters away. You're now hearing me from the microphone hanging at the back of the room. Are you able to hear me? Do you have to strain to catch every word? As a presenter, I would struggle to speak loudly enough to those seated far away from me. Meanwhile, to the people sitting in front, I would be shouting. It would be exhausting. I've now turned on the voice lift channel. You're still hearing me from the same hanging microphone at the back of the room. The difference is that now the BMA 360 overhead is delivering audio to the loudspeakers at the back of the room. Listeners there can hear me at the same level as someone sitting close. Now are you straining to hear me? Am I intelligible? The experience for the audience and presenters is more natural and comfortable with voice lift. The difference is audible, but how much voice lift are we achieving? An SPL meter can show us quantitative measurements. We have an SPL meter positioned at the back of the room to indicate levels with and without voice lift. The SPL measurement is especially impressive when used with a constant sound source like a white noise generator. It's important to note that a comfortable audio level in a face-to-face conversation is approximately 64 decibels, so that's the number we're striving to achieve with our voice lift. I'm going to turn on the white noise generator first with voice lift and then without, so that we might see the difference. I'll toggle between both modes for approximately 5 seconds in each mode. As I'm sure you saw, the SPL reading with voice lift hovered around the 64 decibel mark, while without, the average was around 54 decibels. Increasing the level in the back of the room to that 64 decibel level is all that is needed to give everyone in the room the same clear and intelligible experience. That is what the BMA 360 with voice lift can do for you. I hope this effectively demonstrates ClearOne's BMA 360 voice lift system. Find more information at clearone.com. Have a great day.
You just saw and heard what it is like sitting in the back of a room almost 40 feet away from the person talking, both without voice lift and with voice lift. I think you will agree that local voice lift is definitely needed in a room this size. And with the BMA 360, you get the best conference audio and voice lift at the same time. That's the proverbial win-win. Just a review. The BMA 360 is the most advanced ceiling tile beamforming microarray, period. It provides everything desired in a beamforming mic, including camera tracking and voice lift. That's why we can say, you're not beamforming unless you're beamforming with ClearOne. For more information, please visit us at www.clearone.com. Thank you.